might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living. I hope everyone's having a great day. Marie and I were doing real good today, and the weather's sort of cool and cloudy outside, and so it's getting late on into the evening, and we were trying to decide what to do for supper. And Marie had talked about doing one of our frugal meals that we're trying to start doing a lot more of those. And so I think that's what we're going to do for tonight's supper, and I'm going to go ahead and make it. This is something that I had quite often as a kid when I was growing up. Mama cooked it all the time. And I know that Marie said the same thing. Her mama cooked this all the time. And don't know if it's even got a name to it, but it's basically potatoes, Wieners and Sauerkraut. And what I'm going to be using today, I'm going to use about 4, I would say medium-sized potatoes. And I estimate the cost on these is about 90 cents, no more than $1 for 4 of these. I'm going to also be using 4 of these Bar S Jumbo Franks, and I call them Wieners. This bag's already been opened up. I think we've got 6 left in here. They come 8 to a bag. I'm going to be using 4 of them. They cost, I believe these cost about $1.50 for 8 of them, so that'd be 75 cents for these. And then the sauerkraut, it's actually went up a little bit. I think it's about $1.38 for a can of this. So that's the most expensive ingredient. But when I get through, I'll show you what I used total at the end of the video. And all you got to do is get all your potatoes cut up, washed off, cut up your Wieners, and just start frying everything. So first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to use this Pioneer Woman knife. I like it. It's a pretty sharp knife. But I'm going to go ahead and get started cutting all my vegetables up. And just as soon as I get these cut, I'll be right back with you. Okay, is that quick enough for you? I like getting them cut up that fast. Don't tell anybody my secret, but when I was in the Army, they taught me how to peel potatoes and cut them up, especially when I was on KP duty. So it's just a little trick. But anyway, got the potatoes ready to go. I went ahead and cut the Wieners up, and I cut them at an angle that makes them look a little bigger. So first thing we're going to do is add these potatoes to the frying pan, and I've got a little bit of oil in here already, and hopefully it's hot enough. Let me try one potato. Okay, it's going to need just a few more seconds, so let me come back with you here in just a second. Let this oil get hot enough before we start cooking. Okay, it's starting to sizzle now. I think it's going to be hot enough to cook these. And so let me go ahead and get these in the pan. I remember when we were younger, Marie used to cook these all the time for our kids and for the whole family. And she'd have this pan probably about twice as many potatoes as I've got in here right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and let these start cooking. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on them, just for some extra seasoning. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll let these brown up just a little bit. And as they start to brown, I'll add the Wieners to it, and then the last thing I'm going to add to it will be the sauerkraut. And I did go ahead and open the can up and drain the juice off the sauerkraut. So let these cook for a few minutes. The best way to cook your potatoes. Now we do like to cook them in a cast iron skillet, but you're not supposed to use cast iron skillet on this burner. I need to be over here, and so I didn't want to take time to put my camera up over there today. Because we just try and do this a fast and easy way today. Okay, the best way to cook them, just let them sit there and cook till they start to brown on the bottom, and then just turn them over 1 or 2 times so you don't have to turn them too many times. So let's let these brown a little bit, and I'll be back with you. Okay, I guess this is the hardest part, is waiting on it to cook. But I've been giving it a few minutes here to brown on the bottom side, and they're just now starting to brown. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them over. And I guess it depends on how high you have your heat turned up as to how long it takes to get them brown. Okay, I'm going to let these cook for maybe 3 or 4 more minutes on this side before I add the weenies to it. Okay, let me check these potatoes, and they are starting to brown up a little bit on the other side, and they look like they're about done. I don't want to get them too overdone. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the weenies to it. And like I said, this is 4 of the Bar S weenies. You could use any brand you want to. Okay, and we'll just let those weenies stay in there for a few minutes and start to cook up a little bit. Okay, I'm just stirring them up a little bit more. You want to keep them turned enough that the weenies don't burn too bad. You just want to barely get them to start browning. Starting to look real good. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more salt to it. Potatoes just aren't good if they don't have enough salt on them. Okay, let's check it. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to add the sauerkraut to it. And this is a 14.5 ounce can. And I may not put it all in there. I might save just a little bit because I'll probably have a hot dog in the next day or 2. And I love sauerkraut on top of hot dogs. I hear somebody shooting. There must be somebody out deer hunting. We have a lot of deer hunters around this area. Okay, I saved just enough of that sauerkraut to put on a couple of hot dogs later. So now all you got to do is stir this in, let it heat that sauerkraut up real good, and it'll be done and ready to eat. This is the stage I love seeing it. Okay, let's let it cook there for maybe 2 or 3 more minutes and it'll be ready. Just try to remember to keep it stirred up enough that none of the weenies burn or the potatoes. Down there it's starting to get a little bit close to burn, so I gotta watch it close. Okay, this is done now, so let me turn the heat off and make sure I stir it one more time. Don't want anything on the bottom that might try to burn. Sure does smell good too. I can't wait to have a plate of this. Okay, now this electric burner, when you turn it off, it keeps the heat on there for a while, so I'm gonna have to watch it pretty close for the next few minutes. But I'm gonna go ahead and get us some out in a plate real quick and then move this microphone up here out of the way. Maria's in the living room, and let me call her. Marie, your plate is just about ready. I believe she said all right. One plate.
Smells good, Calvin.
Thank you, Marie. Okay, there's me a plate. And I'm going to set this over here on the oven just so it won't continue to cook, just to have it out of the way. Oh yeah, it looks great. You need extra salt or pepper on yours, Marie?
Oh no, I think that'll be fine.
Okay, let me take a picture real quick before we start eating it. Okay, Marie, this is your plate. Do you want to be on camera or off camera?
Off.
Okay, I'll let you sit over at the table and take you a taste of it and see what you think about it. And while she's tasting hers, I'm going to taste of mine. I hadn't had any of this in a pretty good while, so I know it's going to be good. Very good. Try one potato, make sure they got good and tender. Perfect.
Yes, it's very delicious. It reminds me of my childhood.
It's very hot. That potato is very hot, but it tastes real good.
We had this meat. We had this meal a lot of times when I was a child or a young adult.
Let me turn the mic around so that we can hear Marie.
I said I had this meal a lot of times when I was young. We would have some butter beans with it. Where's my butter beans?
Marie, I thought about doing some butter beans because we've got some butter beans out in the freezer that we cooked, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have unthawed those and we could have had butter beans with this.
We sure could have.
We'll do that next time. We got, this made Marie and I both a plate, and there's enough over here for us both to have a plate tomorrow. So that makes 4 good servings, and I think we figured the total cost is just barely over $3, somewhere around $3. So it's a very economical meal, and I'm about to lose my voice here. Let me get a little sip of something to drink. Okay, so as I was saying, it's a very economical meal, and it's actually easy to prepare. It just takes a few minutes for it to cook long enough to get the potatoes done, and that's really all you gotta do. And Marie, I saved enough of that sauerkraut, so next time we have hot dogs, we can put sauerkraut on top of our hot dogs.
Sounds good.
We don't ever buy a whole can just to open up for hot dogs because Marie and I can't eat that much of it. But this is a good idea to save a little bit from this. Okay, well, I enjoyed mine. Hope you enjoy this. If you try it, let us know. I think you'll enjoy it. And if you had this when you was a kid, be sure to leave comments and let us know, because I bet everybody that's close to our age had this plenty of times when they were kids, didn't they, Marie?
I know people in the South did. I don't know about the North.
Marie, you about ate almost half of yours already. You must have been hungry.
Well, this is one of my favorite meals.
Okay, Marie, if you'll talk loud, I'll let you.
I said this is one of my favorite meals.
Okay, if you will, I'll let you close the video out for us, Marie.
Okay, y'all have a great evening, and so y'all do what you love and love what you do. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you.
I have always been afraid of changes, but you show me life is full of faces. Sometimes clouds got in our favorite places, but we were young and unaware.
Oh, I got you, there's no reason to